This is round 2 of the AM3 Championship here at Contest of Speed. I am your host, Deathstorm, and tonight I am paired up again with E. Warren. Cam should be here momentarily, so I should have my trio in the commentary booth tonight, which is always a plus. Say hello to the folks there, Mr. Warren.
Oh, why howdy boys, we're in Canada today.
Yes.
Love to see it.
Yes, as he mentioned, we are in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. This circuit was opened in October 6, 1978, and has undergone a couple different layout changes since its original layout to what it is today. The length these drivers will be going at tonight are 4.361 kilometers or 2.17 miles. And the lap record, which I don't see going to be too much broken in the race, is going to be a 1:13.08 held by Valtteri Bottas in the Merc W10 in 2019. I say that because sort of kind of like in the EU3 race, there's going to be a little bit of something down the road. Now, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve was originally named Ile Notre Dame Circuit, and it was renamed to the current name due to the re-honoring of it due to the death of Gilles Villeneuve at Zolder in March 8th of 1982. Gilles Villeneuve is also the father of the 1997 F1 champion Jacques Villeneuve as well, so a couple little interesting tidbits there. Going from last week, the original finishing order was BK, Red Mask, Jay Walker, Whit J, Captain America, Ike Gaming, Kano, Severe Scott, Gru, Raptors rounded out the points with Sean Boy, Arkaka, Karsten, Black Hammer, and Motown not finishing. However, there was one incident report filed, and it ended up tagging BK with a 5-second penalty plus 1 penalty point, therefore demoting him to P2. So Red Mask gets credit for the win last week at Bahrain. So the standings are as follows. Red Mask has 26, BK 18, Jay Walker 15, Whit J 12, Captain America has 10, Ike has 8, Kano 6, Scott 4, Gru 2, and Raptors 1. The rest have yet to score. For that constructors battle, Red Bull is already out to a 20-point lead at 38. Haas has 18, Merc has 15, Williams 12, Aston Martin 10, Ferrari 6, McLaren 2, AlphaTauri at 1, and Alfa Romeo and Alpine have yet to score, but then again, it's only round 1 of 18, so very early on. Not too much to get into a hole about yet. So, that being said, let's get to the business end of qualifying here.
Noteworthy stuff there. Lots of new, interesting facts today.
Some of them. I'm actually right now on board with the guy that was somewhat gypped out of P1. However, it unfortunately, it is what it is. He did end up appealing that, but ended up losing it. So he now has 2 appeals left for the season. They use a 3-strike rule over here in CAS, so don't mind me. I'm trying to open up the Twitch. So what about you there, Warren? Any notes from this week? Any talking to the drivers or anything else, or no?
No, not really, but the time to beat today is a 1:10.6. I don't know who it was sent by. That was just who I was told by Electric.
I think it was Amy Jr. over in the EU3 side. As Schulte who's new actually to COS here. He's one of the guys that I ended up bringing over from the MRL series that we run on Sunday nights. Ironically enough, we just ran last night. He's my teammate in that. He's already on provisional pole with a 111.1. Kano's P2 provisionally with a 112 flat. So, already kind of stretching his legs. Sorry, I was taking a drink of my big 3-liter lemon lime soda.
God damn.
Your boy's got to stay hydrated to go through these things. He does it twice a week. As BK's coming down to the line now, he sets 11.8. He's still 7/10ths behind B Schultz up there in P1. As we have yellows in Sector 1, I'm assuming it's...
Raptors is going to be the next one to the line.
It's Black Hammer.
Champions
Black Hammer
of Wall.
Raptors next to the line. See what he's got. He puts it 112.6. Good enough
Sean
for
Boy
fifth
next
right now.
across the line, setting a 13.6.
Already seeing a little bit of a field spread, so I don't know if necessarily it's going to be a good thing. Very easy to invalidate around here, laps-wise, and during the race, especially in the EU3 race. We got something called a penalty bingo, which every driver on the grid received at least one time penalty.
Would that be penalty bingo or penalty blackout? I feel like it would be more like a blackout instead of a bingo.
No, it's definitely bingo. Definitely bingo. As I ride on board here with Ike Gaming Jr., I believe he's just starting his flying lap. So let's ride on board with the Williams driver here as he goes through the very tight and turvy street circuit feel like Gilles Villeneuve circuit here in Montreal in the middle of the St. Lawrence River. Going down to the second DRS straight. Actually, it would be technically the second DRS straight, since the start-finish line is obviously one. 2 DRS detection points, two DRS detection points are here. The last DRS straight coming up now, and the first one is 1 detection point coming out of the chicane in the back of Sector 2. And the first one is toward literally the Sector 1 line. Just keeping it neat and tight. Oh, he validates that the very last corner. He would have been on pace to probably been into the 112s maybe. I tell you what though, whoa, as my phone almost just drops out of my lap, that would have been fun to hear. Hello. The midfield here in AM3, if we're going off of last week, was very tightly contested. Yeah, you had your Red Mask, your BK, and your Jaywalker, but fourth on back was really, really tight here. And I don't see much of a difference in that this week. The only thing is you're going to need to set a lap here in quali to have any chance to do anything in the race, more than likely.
That'd be interesting, because qualifying only says so much. You can put a good lap together and people behind you don't really put a lap together, and then you kind of have it mixed up, which is what we kind of saw in other divisions last week.
Yeah. With Jay crossed the line here, he puts it P4 with the 112.2. So a decent lap from the Red Bull. Red Mask.
I went around again for another lap.
Oh, wow. And he invalidated, it looks like. I caught the tail end of it. He might have invalidated around the...
It was almost 6 seconds slower than his first lap around.
Oh, then he...
You said what would have been a 114 there, and that was on the first lap, and then a 121 on his second lap.
Oh my gosh.
Unless that was a cooldown lap, I'm not sure, but with this track, with how many straights it has in its narrow island shape that it has. The ERS he has is not quite going to get him to the end of the lap.
No, definitely not. I think he was just trying for a second lap there as Gru goes 7th fastest with a 1:12.6. Like I said, from third on back is separated by 9/10 up to 9th. So third to 9th is separated by 9/10. You have your BK and your Mr. Schultz up there kind of running away at the moment, but one lap pace, especially with what's coming later on, is definitely going to be an equalizer to the field for sure. So Red Mask is finally on his out lap here. He's going down.
He was setting another lap. Ike Jr. is going to come to the line, and it's not even going to be a competitive lap. It's going to be a 1:14.7, which is going to keep him in his 11th place.
He just wanted to probably set that lap just to make sure, just to have a banker on the board. 8.5 minutes here, so he'll probably bounce into the pits, get a second set of softs, and that's going to be his final run coming. As we're on board now with Red Mask here, the AM3 championship leader currently. He also did have the fastest lap last week, so that's why he has the 26 instead of the normal 25.
He is what is a 10th up or a 10th down on Schultz's first lap, but Schultz is now sitting 19.8. Oh, is he's going to bounce into the wall around there?
Yeah, Captain America also looks like he might have retired. He might have spun out around that very tight first sector.
Schultz is up 2/10 on his lap coming into the hairpin.
Oh my God, Schultz!
Oh, and he's just going to get a little loose on that outside.
I'm going to stay on board here with Red Mask because he's going to finish the lap out. See what he's got going to the line here. He's got a 1:10, 1:11, a 1:12.1 puts him in 4th for the Red Bull. So right now it's a 4-5 Red Bull contingent. 1-3 Ferrari contingent too, with Kano still in the top 3.
Kano on an invalid lap. Raptors on an out lap.
Ben's in the pits.
BK's up 2/10 on his through 2 sectors. Let's see if we can do it in the last sector.
We got a car slow up there in the World Champions. That's Kano. See what BK can do here. Oh wow, very nice, very nice.
Mashed that section.
He goes 1:11.5, so he knocks that down from 8/10 to 5 or 4 now.
Whitjay coming around to start his second lap.
1:12.2.
Crazy to think he set a 1:12.8 as his cooldown lap. You gotta think there's quite a bit more in the tank there if he's only setting a 12.8 as his fastest lap.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's see who else is in the pit. Very noteworthy. Didn't even realize this. Severe Scott's up in P4 with the 1:12 flat. I didn't even notice that. Flying underneath the radar like he kind of did last week. Him and his teammate Ike Jr. with the double points for Williams as he invalidated. So that lap is most likely over.
Whitjay's up 6/10 on his lap as he's going to come down to Wall of Champions. See if he can put any more on that into this last few corners.
Whoa! Ooh. Very nice. Hey, baseball kid, and Whitjay goes P3 with a 1:11. I'll just round up and say 1:11.6.
This Gru's just coming across the line to start his first lap or second lap, but on a new set of tires.
We got just hit under 5 minutes left to quali here, so those guys that are in the pits are probably going to be thinking about bolting on their last set of softs and going out for their last runs. They'll probably sit in the pits for a couple of minutes. I mean, that's what I would probably do. See what Gru's time in Sector 2 is going to be here. He's 0.2 up on his current time, so as it sits right now, let's provision
Gain a spot or two, depending on what you can do in these last 2 corners.
That's
Maybe jump Captain America, who's sitting at best P7.
Yeah, due to him, I would assume he lost it. It's very easy to do in that very tight Sector 1 there. Especially if you hit too much of the curb.
Clean for the finals.
And he does better than that. Wow, P4, 11.9.
Jumping Kano for P4.
Gru's got some pace in that McLaren.
Kano's gonna set... No, okay, that wasn't his flying lap. I was gonna say. set an identical lap time. Like, that couldn't have been right.
I mean, this is Codemasters. It's plausible. A 1:10.7 from Ben.
As we're heating up towards that EU3 time.
Yeah, with the I mean, it's only a 10th off with the 1:10.6. But blowing away the field by a full second right now. I know BK.
Almost a second down in his first 2 sectors. Not looking like a very good.
No, that may have been
second lap.
That may have been with that Haas there. He may not have been comfortable where it was sitting, so he definitely backed off of that lap for sure. So he's gonna take another run at it here. He should, at least, with 2:30 left to go. This is gonna be his last lap, last attempt at it. 1:14, yeah, he backed away on that one. Severe Scott's invalidated. You have a Red Bull on the side there. And guys like Sean Boy.
Up a second and 1.6 on the last lap. Unless that's a glitch. Again, Codemasters.
Definitely
we want to see the gaps. Come on, man.
Definitely a glitch. Let's see. He's 8
tenths up on his first sector.
Jeez, Sean Boy here. Now the track is starting to ramp up a little bit.
Sean Boy's got something to prove with this lap. We'll see what he can do with it.
Well, they got to do something with this because they definitely don't want the newcomer Ben to just fly away from him.
2.5 seconds up to what would be a
12-1.
1:12. Out of 12, 12-1. He's got three more tenths to find in this last sector. See what he can do.
Yeah, that puts him at 12-1 right now, provisionally, of course. If he has a great last sector. Ran a little wide at the second part of the wall champions there, but that was definitely just to keep the lap. 1:11.7.
P4.
Jeez, P4. 4 through.
We're seeing a whole lot of outlaps finally, as Black Hammer may have set. Oh, and then he validated it. Damn it.
Watch
Said
your
he
mouth,
may have set a
man.
purple sector.
Watch your
but
mouth,
it doesn't
young
matter
man.
anymore. Oh, my bad.
There are children present.
Oh, and Scott's trying to warm his tires up, I assume.
Yeah, I see. I'm actually on board with Ike Jr. right now. There's no way that time, yeah, for 1:14, that was definitely a banker lap. He's definitely got more pace than this. See what he's got coming to the line here. 1:12, 1:13.1. Still, unfortunately, last of the runners so far. I don't know.
It looks like Witchay may be setting himself up for one more run, as he's just kind of cruising along in that back straight.
Severe Scott, Gru, and Ben are definitely going to be done for the night here in quali as there's 15 seconds left. Witchay on the... Whoa, this is not good. Wow. Definitely on the wrong part of that one. If you're on a cooldown lap there with cars coming, you definitely want to be on the right-hand side. And Witchay doesn't have a wing.
Does he not? Oh. That'll do it.
So that's Witchay's and BK, or Samboy's session over for sure. Right on board with BK here. He's less than a 10th up. He's not going to... As quality ends, he's not going to have enough, I don't think, for the newcomer Ben Schultz up there in pole.
Ooh, Red Mass validated
Kano
his
retired.
lap.
Oh, Red Mask invalidated. Kano retired in the pits, so that's his quali over for sure. BK is going to make a run at it, and he invalidated in the Wall of Champions corner. So that's going to be it for quali. The newcomer, Ben Schultz, takes pole in his debut. BK P2, Liche P3, Seanboy P4, Guru P5, Kano P6, Scott P7, Red Mask P8, Captain America P9, Raptors P10, Black Hammer, and Ike Jr. rounding out the field here.
We wait for a stranded, fuelless Black Hammer to get back to the pits.
And there you go. With that being qualifying, Warren, I'll start with you. Podium predictions in the chat, everyone. What's going to be yours up here in the booth?
I haven't seen much of Schultz, but that's a pretty standpoint-ish qualifying lap, being almost 8/10 up on the next guy. I think he's gotta take this one. All he needs to do is keep it clean with that kind of pace. And then Sean Boy showed some pace at the end there. I like that. But I think it's BK. I think it just stays how it is Schultz, BK, Witche.
BK and Witche?
Yeah, I assume Red Mass to try to find his way up the grid. There are a few other guys that look like they could hold him. Kano has some pace. Guru has some pace. That midfield's just so tight. It's going to be interesting to see who is able to make the most of it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be on board with you with Ben there. Definitely Ben. I think Ben will probably run away with it up until the I almost just gave it away, but the inclement stuff, the imminent stuff happens. I'm gonna go Red Mask P2. I think he'll find his way through the field. I know he's got the pace. He was probably just playing it safe in quality. That would be my guess. And then I'll go BK P3. So yeah, my podium will be Schulte, Red Mask, BK. Oof. Don't ready up right away if Ben, if you're listening. Give everybody some time to get some setups, adjustments, and whatnot.
Didn't see the weather forecast for tonight.
You didn't see it?
I did not see it. I did not take a look at it. I don't have the notifications on for AM3 announcements. Oh boy, in for an interesting one.
Oh God, I think. Well, I'm the only one in the booth that knows what's going to happen.
Ah man, not ready for it. I'm just gonna go take a look at tomorrow's weather for Montreal. Hope it doesn't. Man, it's not even rain. It's not even rain. It's snow. Better get the snow tires out. Oh no, we're good. 14 degrees and sunny tomorrow. It's okay.
Snow, we want snow. We want
no,
snow.
we don't want snow.
Tokyo.
No.
Nah. Oh wait, you live in the land of the corn, so snow's not a thing for you.
No,
compared to us.
Snow's a thing, just not where I live. My part always gets, oh yeah, we're gonna have 10 inches of snow. Here's 1. It's like, where's the other 9?
All right, let's see what the tire strat is going to be here.
Medium, probably.
Yeah, everybody. Well, the front 3 are on mediums. Sean Boy's on hards. P5 on back. So Guru, Kano, Scott, Red Mask on mediums. Captain America, Raptors, and Hammer are on hards. And
does Ike Jr. know something we don't?
Talk about a call from left field here. Ike Jr. is the only one on softs, so I mean, if he can get those fired off and get through the pack.
He's hoping that rain comes quick. because if it does, he's gonna get a huge jump in the first few laps. But as soon as those tires die off, he's gonna have to make a decision if he needs to pit again before that rain comes.
Absolutely, and quite frankly, yeah, no, those are definitely not going to last. He's definitely hoping for one of the following: an early safety car, or the rain to come within the first 5 or 6, because those softs after 5, 6, maybe 7 laps, they're dead after that.
It's a little late for the Christmas music, but Ike Jr.'s in the back singing, "Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow."
Oh, jeez. Of course you would start that. As the field rounds up here, BK, or not BK, Ben, getting ready to put his car into his grid slot here. He angles it a little bit over to the right to try to cut off that Haas. Definitely a smart move.
Whose people do not quite know how to set up for the grid.
Jeez, 4 of them. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5. We got the glitch, and we're off here in Montreal. BK gets an excellent jump off the line. Ben trying to cut that off was very unsuccessful, unfortunately. BK does take the lead going into turn 1. Ben falls into P2, Witche P3. There's a little bit of a fight in the midfield here between Sean Boy Kano, P4 and P5. Kano's going to have to give that position back, and he does just that, so fair play to him. Red Mask P6, Bruiser P7, Scott's P8. This midfield fight, ridiculous through the first sector here in Canada. Good grief. Staying on board here with Scott as he's trying to make the move on the outside of Gru. Gru's going to have the better... Yeah, he's going to definitely shut the door. So there's that. Gru into P7. Captain America is P9. Black Hammer P10. Raptors P11. Ike, slow out of the grid there. He's going to need to make something happen. And, ooh.
Ike Jr.'s finally getting those brakes to work.
Jeez, that was close to being a hairpin debacle. As
See how
BK
quickly you
going
can
through
get
the
those
wall
softs
champion.
to start working.
BK rounding out the first corner. No surprise as taking the lead here in the Haas in the first lap. Ben, he's already built out a 1-second lead to Ben there. Which another second behind him. Right now, as we got the first of probably many now of the 3-second time penalties, Captain America already fell victim to it. As I mentioned before, we did have a penalty bingo in EU3 this afternoon. Ben's, oh man, BK is flying on those mediums right now. BK is already out to a 2-second lead on Ben. I don't know if Ben had a very slow sector 2 and
Ike Jr.'s stint on the softs are going to come to a quick end as he just rear-ended Black Hammer into the hairpin.
Oh no.
Got some damage on his front wing.
Yeah,
missing an end plate.
I can see it on the right. So yeah, he's going to have to dive in. So his thought process is definitely... Oh! Witche. Speeding in the pit lane on top of it. Oh my god. Ike Jr.'s
not the start he wanted.
Race has definitely been unraveled here. He's definitely going to need a safety car quick to get back into
onto the inners.
No, he's going to go onto the mediums. That's definitely the place. Severe Scott's the second
number
one.
2. Well, number 3.
Yeah.
If we're counting Ike's.
If we're counting it, but that's speeding in the pit lane. I guarantee
he's going to get that removed on the crossover.
Yeah, I guarantee you most of these... Wow, there's 3.
There's 3.
I guarantee you most of these drivers, if not all of them, are going to have a penalty by the time tonight is over for sure, especially with the
Mark your
soon-to-be
cards. That's
weather
another
coming.
one for the board.
Ike, oh my god, he must have lost it coming out.
Oh, but he's on track, so I think that's a retire on track.
I don't know for sure, but I didn't catch it on stream, unfortunately. We have the early... Is it a VSC? Yeah, there's no yellow dot.
I think it's a VSC.
Yeah, there's no yellow dot. He's still moving, so he definitely retired on the track. As Captain America dives it in.
Another speeding in the pit lane.
Oh my goodness.
The Ike experiment.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, well. Hello, Cam.
Yeah, race went a little long just because we had to do a lobby restart.
Ah, fair enough, fair enough.
We're playing penalty bingo currently.
Yes.
Kano is the next person to pick one up.
People must really want me. People must really want me to commentate because I had like 5 invites from different people.
I'll tell you what. This is a surprise. Captain America's on the mediums. I don't think it's raining, so I don't know why he's on, or not the mediums, the inters rather. I don't think it's raining yet.
No!
Yeah, I don't know what is going on there.
Oh, it was a joke, man. A joke. Did not
Ooh,
mean it.
B Shoals. That's good to see.
Yes, yes. He actually planted it on pole.
Oh, nice.
By about 9 tenths. Oh, Captain America's gonna get that penalty there.
It was disgusting. It was absolutely filthy.
I see I didn't
finally-
last long though.
BK
Finally,
jumped
some
into
rain's
one.
starting to peek out. See how quick it is before people start pitting.
BK did a BK and ended up taking the lead.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're pretty quickly. Right, might be able to gain a huge advantage through this next lap.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on seeing how those 3 actually. Captain America. He's gonna go through the field here. The BK is the front of the field has settled up.
Oh, Kano
as
just
Kano
oversteered
retired.
it into the wall.
God. And that is a safety car. As I see, wow, as I see his stricken Ferrari there on the inside. From I had a decent camera angle of how it was left. So that kind of.
I saw the full thing.
Next thing's interesting.
So now those runners that were on the dry tires, I think would probably be now to come in.
BK in, Schultz in.
BK, whoa, that was a late decommit. Wow, BK left.
What? Oh shoot! Here.
Watch this.
I'll do my best to get him back. He got DC'd or something, and then his car decided to stay out just for the heck of it.
Oh no, yeah, Cam, do your work there. That's very unfortunate for BK there.
Oh, Stavir onto the wets right off the start.
Ooh.
See how quickly it transitions over to that wet tire as it's supposed to be some heavy rain. See if...
So if I'm B Shoals, I'm letting well, honestly, it probably won't matter. It probably have to be other people. But if I'm everybody, I'm gonna try to give BK his spot back. Because obviously he's gonna want to pit, and he's gonna be in like 6th or 7th by the time he gets back. Maybe even worse.
Captain America's also dipping onto the wets. See how quickly that flips over.
That's a race-changing DC right there.
Yeah, that's very, very untimely, very, very unfortunate from BK's.
Very interesting spot because the game already knows you're committing. Yeah, BK's getting an invite. You got that, Cam?
Yeah, I invited him. You go ahead and send one to him too, just in case mine isn't appreciated by PlayStation.
There we go. BK's in. Thank God.
There we go.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate that. That's
All right,
very
well,
unfortunate from him. He's gonna drop down definitely now because he's. I'd be too surprised if his ghost doesn't come in.
Well, for the rest of our drivers, if you're listening, while you don't have to, I would really like to see BK keep as many spots as possible, but that does not look like it's gonna happen.
No. So, since we have our first safety car 7 laps in, safety car topic of the week.
Oh no.
What you got planned,
You
Dustin?
already know, with the Super Bowl 2 weeks away and me being an avid Denver Broncos fan, I am definitely not rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs.
I gotta root on my Bird brothers. Go Eagles.
I'm rooting on whatever team I decide on Moneyline.
Eagles are
Yeah.
gonna be underdogs, and it's gonna be free money.
So with that being said, the Bengals screwed me out of about $75.
The Bengals. Dude, the Bengals got
I think the
completely
refs did,
gypped.
actually.
Yeah, the Bengals got completely gypped out of that game.
Yeah, it was.
My comp professor is from Philadelphia, so in class today I'm like, can I be an honorary Eagles fan? I had 3 Eagles players on my fantasy team. She's like, yeah. So I'm an honorary Eagles fan for the next 2 weeks.
Nice. Browning points for 4.0.
Oh, yeah. C's good degrees.
Spoken like a true ball stick hitter player thing.
BK able to get back up in the 8th before the race, before the restart here. See how quickly you can get back up through the gap or through the grid.
As the safety car is going to be coming in this lap, Ben over here, the debutante, is leading the field through. Red Mask is up in the P2 with Jay right behind him. So similar to what happened last week with the 2 Red Bull boys, as all of them going out of the wall of champions. It looked like they were getting a little scurvy there, at least for the front. Ben gets a great jump to the line. He's already out to a second lead. Grew with a 3-second penalty right through the first corner. He's going to get an illegal overtake, as letting the Witche go back through. Sean Boy gets the invitation to the party and inserts himself into it.
Does not quite look like it is wet tires yet.
Oh! Raptors on those inters just barreled it into the wall. I ended up actually catching that. So unfortunately for Raptors, as long as you finish now, I mean, you got to finish, I think it's 32 laps or so. You're going to get points, but unfortunately for Raptors, he is not getting any points this evening.
You know, call me crazy as Black Hammer skips himself over the second chicane, third chicane, fourth chicane. How many chicanes are on this damn track? Oh, English.
That's the second time.
Man.
Warning.
Warning. About to give my 3-second time penalty. Captain America did not look too bad on those wet tires. The only issue is he had Scott in front of him, so he wasn't able to get very much time.
I mean, again, like this midfield. Cam, you missed last week, but I don't know if you caught the stream or whatnot. This midfield is absolutely stacked.
I only just tuned in to just to see the final results because I was really tired when I did that.
Dude, Black Hammer comes in on too. He will set another set of inners on. The wing change.
Speaking of being tired, another thing about the Bengals game is that I literally woke up in the middle of the night just to check on my bet. I didn't even look at FanDuel first. I went on Instagram, and the very first post I saw was just the Eagles kicking a field goal, or whoever it was kicking a field goal, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah, and I'm the betaholic here.
I've only started betting in the last couple of weeks. Other than that, before that, I hadn't been betting for months.
You're horse race betting, says it.
Hey, horse races are low-key a great way to get...
I'm betting on probably rigged horse races.
Some of them do seem rigged, because sometimes the horses are all just kind of all randomly all sitting together. They're not even lined up, and they'll just start going out of nowhere.
Wow, Black Hammer in 3 seconds. I don't mean to cut you off there.
You're good.
Oh, their safety car.
What I'm
Under-
saying is not important.
No, you're good. You're good. Under safety car, so 4 out of the 9 remaining drivers. Definitely a much higher chance for penalty bingo tonight.
Black Hammer still has his wing together, so that's all that matters.
We take wins where we can get them. That is a win. I wish you would just let me put this fucking timber. Ah!
Alright, so Captain America is coming in, and it's not going to get rid of his penalties, that's for sure. He's putting on new, fresh wets.
3 seconds time penalty for me.
I mean, is it expected to get more wet than it is right now?
Yeah. That's what, I mean, the safety car isn't helping it, so.
So the inners are not a move, is what you're telling me?
It's gonna end up going to full wets at some point.
Like I said earlier, he did look good on the wet tires when he just had a car in front of him that was hard to get around because it's wet.
So Captain America might be a little bit of a sleeper being in the back.
We'll just have to see how much more pace the other guys have.
He was a sleeper last week. He was the hot naughty.
No.
Yes. Electric, yes. Put it into the ACC fund so they could pay for the server. We'll just use his amount to do it.
Man. I have no money.
About 10 cents. $100. $100 or no mouth for you.
I hope everything was enjoyable for you for Hungary.
Oh, the turn 1.
I wish you were watching me during that the start, because I was up so good, got through the gap, and then
you didn't.
you see how Bama's not going to be racing that much.
Yeah, but he's already 2 for 2. But he's already 2 for 2.
That's a big bummer, right? Like, because he's beatable, but he was doing good.
Right.
Gives me and Wing It a chance, aka Wing It.
Oh, Ben blows the last corner. He got a terrible run out of the wall of champions on the restart, and Red Mask is going to get a decent run to him onto the line here. He might have a shot at him in turn 1, and he does. He sends it. The Red Bull going on to the outside of turn 2. The Ferrari's hanging tight in there. The Red Mask is going to get the traction out of the corner. He's going to be alongside him. This is not where you want to be. Ben.
Oh, yeah, in the grass.
Ben thinks better of it, and he just hits Wood. Oh my God! I almost said Woodjay. He hits.
This is a
Red Mask.
2019 Sebastian Vettel moment.
Oh man! This is absolute biblical scenes here already. As Red Mask.
Red Mask is losing it. Oh my gosh, Red Mask!
It is looking way too wet for those inner tires.
This might be Captain America's race after all.
As they're just getting all squirmy. Schultz is off the track again.
Wow.
Yeah, he just straight up cut that.
Red Mask is gonna get the jump on him. Woodjay on the inside, maybe into the hairpin.
Yeah, he's gonna.
It looks like he's going for it.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely go for it. Right now, we have a Red Bull sitting a Red Bull 1-2 and AM3, which is
normal.
Great for them. Is normal? Did you just say? Wow.
Yeah, I'm disappointed my Alpines aren't representing tonight.
BK is gonna have something for Ben over here. Ben's thinking of it. Ooh. Jeez, Scott with 3 seconds.
Mark your cards, boys. There's another one. Captain America is gonna gain another spot on the exit of the World Champions. Oh no, Sean Boy came into pit. We'll see. He comes into wet tires.
Yep, there it is. That's your confirmation. That's going to be your confirmation here. Captain America is sitting actually semi-pretty, and he's
Captain America taking the Red Bull, or no, was it Red Bull? The Hungary strat. No, it was the Williams strat at that point.
Yeah, that was the Williams strat, Hungary.
Coming in as early as possible for the wet tires.
Yeah, Severe Scott in front of him. He's struggling for grip. And I know Captain America he wants to get by
Captain America is sitting on it.
Yeah, he wants to get by him for sure, but I'm going to turn my attention to the lead battle here as Ben fell away a little bit. He's 1.5 seconds away from this front 2 battle here. between Red Mask and BK, resuming their battle from Bahrain last week.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see at least some of the drivers coming this lap. I know that the Red Bulls are a little close for it.
Yeah, they're
Maybe?
definitely a
Nope.
little squirrely. No, to front four.
Because Mark's not hitting them with a strategy yet.
But Captain America is quickly closing up on the next car in front of him after getting.
Captain America is backing. He backed out of that. That was he's been fighting with Severe Scott the last couple of laps, so he's definitely trying to force the Williams into a mistake. He really doesn't want to try to force it. BK.
It's BK. Have it your way. With a 3-second penalty. Ooh, Captain America's. Ooh.
And there goes Captain America right into the wall. He still has it in place, so
mowing.
So whoever's got the stream open in the background, turn it down. I don't know. I have my phone on silent as a Red Bull goes sideways there and costs both Red Bulls there. Wow. I don't know if Ben got in contact with them. I had my head down looking at the Twitch chat.
I have mine on silent.
I don't have the stream up, so it might just be an echo potentially from one of us. If that's what you're hearing. Are you still hearing it?
Here,
It could be.
It could be me.
Oh man, oh man. Ooh, this battle between the two Red Bulls. Oh my god! Red Mask got taken out by Scott over there. Oh my god. That little kink,
I just flipped to it, but I didn't see what happened.
that little kink, if you saw down the one straight, the second DRS straight there, there's a little wall, or little part of the wall that kicks out to the track. And Severe Scott was trying to move on the outside, and he clipped it and took Red Mask with him, unfortunately.
Severe's coming in for another set of inners.
Oh man, that's very unfortunate there.
Come on, clip load. Let me see.
That was a very ill-timed move. I know he was trying to fight for the position there, but the Snorts are going to be busy through the first few races here in Canada, that's for sure. Begrudgingly. Sigh.
Ooh, Captain America getting a first or another one, but he's getting a 3-second time penalty. We're down to 3 drivers without penalties.
Penalties as of right now, BK with 3, Captain America with 9, Drew with 3, Black Hammer with 3, and Scott with 6.
I will point it out, I don't know how much of the other grid has been struggling, but Scott has not been able to take a corner without having oversteer since he came out of the pits. There goes BK and Wit, Jay, and Gru all coming in.
Oversteer, he might have rear wing damage then. And rear wing
There's
damage.
some wet tires.
Yeah,
Gru's onto the wet tires.
Black Hammer staying out. Everyone other than Scott, Ben, and Black Hammer are now onto the wets.
Man.
Ben.
They'll only listen to Jeff. Mark is not their guy, apparently.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Schultz looks like he's struggling on these inners.
If I were
Ben, anymore.
If I were Ben, I'd be pitting for those wets. I would have pit the lap prior, to be fully honest. I'm surprised
Captain America's snow dance has come.
I mean, yeah, if we could have the snow instead of the rain.
Yeah.
What's going on now, Texas?
It gone rain. That's what's happening.
Yeah, let's go to Ollie Williams with the copter traffic report. It gon' rain.
It gon' rain.
No, to recap the last incident to go to the safety car. Both Red Bulls were together in the middle of the pack, and Williams on the outside. There was a little kink in the one straightaway, and it was clipped, and it unfortunately took out Red Mask.
Black Hammer is in, so the only one left on inners is Scott, who just came in for said inners.
Yeah, and he is let's see how he's gonna take this. I think he's gonna dive in. I would be, and he's
No.
not. Oh my gosh, this is. I mean, all you have to do is survive, and you're gonna get points tonight. But this is a.
Am I the only one
getting
getting PTSD from those hasses? Being right next to each other?
Oh no! Oh boy, Captain America right now is the leader. He's got an 8-second gap over to Sean Boy. And then BK fought his way back up to third after the desync.
It's BK.
Not flipped, but he ended up it ended up taking him out. Let's just put it that way. He went sideways.
Flipped 90 degrees.
90 degrees. Thanks. Sean
So
Boy.
did we really not get a safety car out of that?
No, we did not. We only got a VSC apparently.
That is
Yeah,
amazing.
see that little kink? Yeah, I was about ready to say. I had a perfect view of the kink in the wall. Driving.
I didn't
along
even
with
know we
Ben.
went racing again.
I didn't either. We definitely missed that call. So, AM3, where anything could happen.
Especially your commentator's not paying attention.
So I was checking on our driver in the infield medical center.
Any quotes from Red Mask?
Other than basically that he just said that got hit a wall and then got sent into him.
Yeah, exactly.
We just keep getting new on-field reporters. Last time it was Kitten Petter Mobile. Now we got Cam.
Black Hammer with another 3 seconds. Out of the drivers remaining, I'm surprised that they don't have penalties yet halfway through, especially in the rain.
Give it time. Give it time.
Oh,
Captain
man.
America's actually growing that.
No, it's slowly declining.
Yeah, it was out of the exit, but
But I will say this, Captain America definitely had the right idea when he bolted onto those wets. He was just stuck behind the slower Williams, and it cost him a little bit of time. He could have been easily 15, 20 seconds up the road.
yeah, the issue is
seeing track limits.
those 9 seconds of time penalties are not giving him any hope.
Definitely not.
I mean, at least they'll get us a podium. Maybe.
Currently, depends on how
Not
quickly
even currently, because that's 3/10 and then the second to Schultz.
But BK's got that 3 seconds. I have it on leader. He's within the top 4.
Yeah,
he's
sure.
second out from the top 4, but BK's got that 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, so right now it's looking
Puts him
like
about 10
it's
seconds back.
it's looking very pretty for the Haas duo right now. And for those new here with the stream, the Haas duo was my pick to win the constructors.
Yeah, well, my duo was up in a good position, and then they
weren't.
got rotated quickly, as Texas put it in the chat.
Oh, yeah, no, they got aggressively shuffled. Definitely got aggressively shuffled. Yeah, as I was actually on board with Sean Boy there, as you saw going down the straightaway there on the right-hand side, that's the little kink in the wall that Severe Scott clipped. And I said the word clipped, not flipped. C-L-I-P.
Captain America is actually put 4/10 on Sean Boy in the last lap.
He has. Wow.
You know, thinking about a Red Bull losing a tire, I kind of wish they had like just random malfunctions so we could have someone get Mark Webbered.
Oh, come on.
Wow, that's
That's hostile.
I mean, right now we're on pace for a Jensen Button.
Honestly, imagine that someone just going into the braking zone for a Wall of Champions and this tire just nope.
Oh, the Jensen Button win in 2010. That was a thing. Yes.
Yeah, I know I may be a Drive to Survive fan, but man, I know my stuff. I did some research.
I can't believe I didn't even bring that up, knowing that it was supposed to rain.
It gone rain.
Wow. Okay, Warren. Okay. You analytical darling, you. Top four is completely separated itself right now. Which is there in P5, 8.5 tenths back of what is the rest of the podium battle. Kind of a little bit of a spread out. P5, P6 are together.
If,
Was
if
it that?
I'm if I'm in the heads of the Haas drivers right now, it looks to me honestly like BK's got quite a bit more pace and the ERS behind him. I
Yeah,
feel
if
like they
I
should think about making a switch. They have the gap to Schultz, but it's closing very quickly. I feel like
yeah,
if you're
wasn't
gonna
that-
get BK a shot, you gotta do it now.
Who was it that crashed into right before the hairpin in like 2012 or something like that? Like one of those years.
that was
Rather.
Robert. That was Robert Kubica, and I think that
Oh
was
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that took him out of Formula One for a long time.
Did he get hit or did he just like lose a tire?
He lost it. He
Hmm.
outright. Yeah,
How do you
that was
lose it out of there?
I think his suspension broke.
Hmm.
If that didn't happen, he would have picked up a Ferrari spot for that next season, and it would be very interesting to see where some of the
Right.
drivers that went there,
Yeah.
like a Kimi Raikkonen who came back to Ferrari, or a Sebastian Vettel, so that spot would not have been open when he switched over.
Yeah, it would have been Kubica and Fernando Alonso. That would have been a decent duo. Jeez. But no, 7 seconds is the gap from Captain America to Shamboy in P2. Further elaborating on E. Warren's point from earlier, if I were the Haas boys, I would definitely think about switching. But I would also be weary of the Ferrari right behind them. I think that's why they're so hesitant on doing the switch, because Shamboy could not only stand to lose that one position to BK, but definitely the second position to Schultz.
I think the issue you gotta think about it's either Sean Boy loses one place and maybe two to Schultz, or both of them are gonna get caught up by Schultz, and then we could see both of them get overtaken by Schultz.
As an Alfa Romeo slow that.
I think the strat is just John Boy just keeps doing what he's doing, try to stay as fast as possible and keep the 9 second gap down as fast as possible, or as much as possible.
Well, now it's now gone down to 6.
Yeah, the
6
issue is
degrees,
BK's
so-
got the 3 seconds. If it was Sean Boy that had the 3 seconds, I think about it.
I don't think BK is mitigating that 3 seconds, honestly. But unless he can make a move on his own.
Ooh, there's Williams gone around there. That was.
Well, we
serious
might
stop.
see it. 'Cause they're pretty
Yeah.
close.
It's gonna be pretty much impossible to pass here unless someone makes a mistake or is really slow out of a corner.
It just
We
looks
got
like
no
BK's
DRS for that long
There's
straight.
another 3 seconds from Captain America, gonna put him at 12, and that's gonna put him
Alright.
outside of all three of them.
Alright, never mind. You can
Now-
let BK ahead now.
That puts him at 12. That drops him. That's going to drop him down to 4th. And if he has
Fourth and
another
just-
penalty, that's going to possibly slip him down into 5th.
Actually,
He's
if you're
gonna need to
thinking
be careful.
constructors right now, switching Sean Boy and BK gets you the best bang for your buck, because BK's got that 3 second time penalty and Sean Boy doesn't. That's gonna put BK behind Schultz regardless of what happens.
Yeah, so
BK's doing-
And there it goes. There it
There
goes.
it
There's the
is.
switch.
I think BK does have, what is it, 78? Yeah, they got all the battery in the world. They got
There's the switch right
there it
there.
is. Perfect. And Sean Boy holds on to the position, so that was a perfect time switch. Now BK could take the charge and go after Captain America and see what can happen. If BK can right the wrongs from last week and get his win. Now this
Schultz
is going to be the gap.
right on him.
This is going to be the gap now that, yeah, we were trying to call that a couple laps ago for them to have that switch, but better late than never. Now let's see what BK can do. It's already down to 5.9. 6'1", 5'9", so he's definitely gaining time. He's going to break away from these two, no question. Granted, it's going to leave Sean Boy on an island to defend against Ben, but
Yeah, Ben's
not the worst
struggling
thing in
from
the
what I'm
world.
looking at.
Yeah, not the worst thing in the world.
Kim's just anti teammate switch.
I mean, it just
Just
depends.
hates.
Like honestly, like I said, because of this wet weather, they don't have the DRS to bail someone out, so it doesn't really matter as much. It's just gonna be.
Yeah, which is why I feel like switching would be more important to do, especially if BK is gonna lap. What is it? Almost 6 tenths faster in the 6 tenths faster in the first two sectors.
You gotta switch in a good way. They switch in a good way in a slow corner like that.
Yeah, now,
You're saying that we switch in a bad way?
Yeah, there's definitely a bad way to switch.
Oh, sector. Oh, what's going on here? It looks like
It's safety car.
Ooh, this is.
Ben's coming into it.
This is going to.
I guess he's gonna
Captain
throw on
America.
new wets. Maybe the new wets will be able to.
We have a drive-through. Black Hammer speeding under the safety car.
That's interesting. What happened? We didn't see anything.
I think it was. I think it was Severe Scott
Oh!
going in through the hairpin.
Oh, Black Hammer doesn't have a front wing.
Maybe he spun and
There you
there was
go.
debris or something, and game called it out.
Thank you, Texas. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
At least through AM2 tomorrow.
Oh, and Thursday for ACC and Friday for NASCAR. My
Vroom,
whole
vroom.
week is cost related.
Vroom vroom.
Vroom vroom. Indeed.
So that safety car. Oh man.
Oh, Black Hammer's not even gonna be able to pit this time around, is he?
Yeah, he's gotta wait till green flags.
Oh yeah. That saves him.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, he's gonna end up having to switch that wing anyway, but he's got to serve that drive-through.
Oh, it's looking like
this
he's
safety car is gonna
laps
go
here.
on for 3 laps. I'm not even kidding. Like, look at the gaps. It's inevitable.
Car's gonna mess up, or he would have gotten fresh tires.
You know, what's the smallest field to finish a race in cars? Like, it's the fewest amount of cars that have been left in a race.
I don't know, but I think it might have been EU4 at some point. So that's something to look up. I know last season was pretty bad for EU4. I think there was maybe 7, and I think it might have
Jeez.
been Singapore.
Well, with the gaps we have here, we might be down to 6, depending on. Oh, and there's Grew
Grew
getting
with 3
penalty.
seconds.
Depending on how willing these two drivers are wanting to be lapped down.
Where you at on the track? How'd you get at 3 seconds?
Hey, no
Wall of
making fun of
Champions.
drivers here. That's my job.
Wall of Champions, probably.
Champion of
Yeah.
wall. We're down
In
to
that
2.
mix, Sean Boy pitted, Black Hammer, Scott. And cue Jeopardy music here, anybody? So the safety car completely jazzes up this race. It's basically gonna make a mess of it, and Captain America is gonna suffer the most. He had
Wish
a
I could-
great strat and just couldn't keep it onto the track. Unfortunately, with all those pens, he's gonna drop down the order like a rock. Right now, the pre-race favorite, the consensus pre-race favorite, is in line for his first win on his debut here.
I feel bad for Gru though. This is his home track.
BK as well. Actually,
really?
little known fact. Also, Ben. It's his home track as well.
Wish there was a Canadian F1 theme to play. I have no idea what that would sound like though.
Maple
Arriba.
syrup, maple syrup, maple syrup.
Jacques
I feel like-
Villeneuve.
I feel like a Canadian version of the F1 theme would just insert the word "a" in there at random times.
Eh.
Boys.
Oh.
Ba, 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 da, ba, 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 ba.
Hey.
Hey, da, 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 da.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate
Wait, so
you.
wait, so you're making the whole entire song out of A's,
Hey.
like it,
Yeah, it's just the entire. It's just the entire.
but the audio is mixed to make it sound like the F1 theme song.
Yes, that is exactly what I did.
I'm over here crying. I'm dead.
Oh, well, we've lost a commentator. Death by laughter.
Death storm, death by laughter. Oh, jeez.
Reason of death, Lil Mao.
You know, I'm really interested to hear also what the Arabian version of the F1 theme would be like.
Oh, jeez.
I'd do it, but I'd get canceled.
Your future is cancelled.
We can recreate it in Call of Duty later. That's
Let's not, as the safety car will be in this lap, please and thank you.
We'll just leave it there.
Alright, well, Captain America will be leading us to the start-finish line for what will be 9 to go now.
Yeah, we've had our fun for these last 3 safety car laps.
Yeah, now back
As
to the
always.
business at hand here. Captain America gets a somewhat decent run, but BK and Schulte behind are definitely all over the gearbox of the Aston Martin. BK going into turn 1 has already got the overtake done. Great move by the Haas to reassume the lead here. Captain America is going to be desperate to try to hold on here to P2 on track, but Ben has 14 lap pressure tires. Ben's going to need to make quick work of Captain America in order to have a chance at BK. As there is a Williams off in sector 1, it's Severe Scott. He has no wing. He better be careful here because Black Hammer's coming. Okay, I mean, I know Ghosting's on, so he's fine, but okay, he's got the car righted up. There is no front wing on Severe Scott. Black Hammer gets a free position, so he's now up in the 7th. Gru and Widjay are battling for P4 as the podium positions are slowly slipping away from these guys. 4th, 5th, and 6th on track are literally separated by absolutely nothing. As are the front 2. BK has gotten away about a second and a half to Captain America. Schulte is up there in 3rd. He's going to be desperate to try to find a way around Captain America, though. But he's not going to want to wait too long, that's for sure. Because it's already up to a 2.4. What's BK's penalty status at? It's 3. Okay, it's only 3. So yeah, he's not going to want to wait too long. You guys have your eye on that midfield battle or no?
Yeah, I'm looking at Shavo. I'm just been sitting here watching.
Yeah, the gap is now 1.4, 1.5 to be from 1st to 3rd, or 2.4, 2.5 to from 1st to 3rd here. As I'm sitting on a nose cam of the Ferrari. So I have, yeah, that's what I've been saying. A little late to the party there, Texas. So Warren and Cam, I just realized something. Schulte with that blistering lap time being 7/10 ahead of BK in quali. As BK gets, oh my god, this is putting Ben in a good spot. Oh, as Ben almost loses it in the Wall of Champions. Wow. Ben is the AM3 version of Vamu. Hot lap king. I mean, he blasted it. It was a, what, a 110.7? Given that EU3 was a 110.6. Captain America has 12 in P2. BK just got 6. So Ben right now is on course for his win in his debut, as it's 6. Gru, I believe, is like 6 seconds as well. Let me double check just to be safe.
Sean Boys might get past Woodjay right here.
Yeah,
Like the
BK
move is
6,
done.
Captain America 12, Gru 6, Black Hammer has 9, Scott has 6. Everybody else is clean.
Yeah, Woodjay had to save the car from going into the wall, allowing Sean Boy to get right by him.
Ben with Jay Sean Boy podium. I mean, it might. Unfortunately, Captain America, he's had a pretty decent drive all evening, but those penalties are just going to catch up to him.
Go with
Sean Boy with 3, and then there were 2.
I'm gonna go with Ben. Ben Gru BK. As long as Gru can keep the pace up. If Gru can keep the pace up a little bit, he might be able to steal a podium spot.
Yeah, I think right now, it's Ben's definitely on pace. I think BK has enough of a gap to Gru to hang on to P2.
Sean Boy might be able to also maybe steal something depending on the gaps. Because BK isn't really making too many gains, but he's kind of floating around 2 seconds or whatever, so if he can find another second somewhere, he'll definitely be able to sit in well.
I mean, right now the gap's sitting at 4, so Ben needs to get a move on. He needs to get by Captain America as we're closing in on 5 laps to go here in Canada. Captain America is going to fight this, and I'm not sure why. He's going to lose all these positions anyway. I know he's trying, but the more he's going to fight with Ben, the more positions he's going to end up losing. He'll fall all the way, as it sits right now, he's going to fall all the way down to 4, 12. He's going to fall down to 6th. Maybe 5th at best.
Yeah, I think he just wants to try to keep as much clean air in front of him as possible. That way he can just do his thing and hopefully extend his gap. That's what he's probably hoping for.
I mean, now it's 5.5, so Ben's desperate to get a move on here.
Ben needs to just burn that battery in one good opportunity.
I think it's going to be... I would make the move right now. I would make the move right now if I were Ben. On either here or he's not going to...
Oh, he's getting it. He's getting it.
There. Yep. The Wall of Champions is going to be his best shot. Oh. Be mindful of that position. Ben clears him. What a move by the Ferrari. He finally pulls through, gets through. Now he's gonna be keeping an eye on that gap. It's now 5.3 to the leader, which puts him in the winner's circle. And he's gonna need to move it. He's definitely got the fresher rubber with 4 laps to go. BK is unfortunately in trouble. He may get a second win of the season completely and utterly stripped from him. Yeah, that's going to be the interesting part of the race. It's now 5.9. It's almost there. Witche gets another 3 seconds. Or no, that's not another 3 seconds. And then there was one. Ben is the only one that doesn't have a time penalty.
I'll check and see how many he has out of curiosity.
How many warnings?
Yeah.
Oh, this battle for P4 is going to get interesting toward the end, too. It's the closest battle on track. Gru and Sean Boy.
Shoals has 2 warnings.
Oh, no. No. Captain America, 15 seconds. Yeah, that's gonna knock him down all the way to 6 now at this point.
I'll see what BK has. I know he has 6 seconds, but we'll see if I can figure out if he's got any more.
Yeah, Sean Boy is actually on pace for that 3rd place. You're right about that one. So, with that being said, looks like as it sits, it's going to be a Haas 2-3 with a Ferrari in front of it. So an all Ferrari engine podium as it sits right now with 3 to go. Ben's gonna, as long as he can maintain that gap, I would try to push for another second if I were Ben, to make sure it's safe.
BK has 1 warning towards his next one.
Okay, so he can be semi more aggressive than Ben.
Yeah, he's sitting more comfortably with 2 or 3 laps ago. Yep. I think Ben's got it though now.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
As long as he doesn't make any major mistakes, pace is looking alright.
Yeah, I mean, he's not losing time. He's gaining. He'll gain in certain spots, but he's overall, throughout the course of the lap, not losing time.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. So I don't think either one of you two have been on our list of friends. I don't have him on the COS account, so when we get set for the interviews, you guys are gonna have to look them up individually here.
Oh, that's good.
And the funny part about it is, we could actually talk to BK.
No, really.
As well, so that's.
How so?
He told me after Bahrain that he has his PS4 set up for it, so we could actually talk to him, or hopefully talk to him after the race tonight.
Right, and if he ever just pulled it up on his phone, he'd be able to do it on his phone too. He didn't have his console on.
Alright. Could do it that way too. Yeah, you're right. Like someone else I know. I'm not pointing any names out. Warren. Speaking of Warren, where the heck is he at?
He's probably on the phone with somebody.
Probably his girlfriend.
Or his mother.
Oh, this gap is getting dangerously close now.
Yeah, it is getting dangerous, that's for sure.
As BK, all BK's got to do is just try to keep it smooth and hope for a mistake by the Ferrari. The Ferrari's got 1 test to go, really, essentially one more trouble spot. I don't see him messing up the hairpin. I don't see BK messing. Well, BK didn't mess up the hairpin.
2/10 is what it's going to come down to here.
Oh man, this is close. As BK goes to the wall of champions in the final time, and BK shoots the corner there. He definitely took his shot, but he lost a little bit of time. BK on track is going to win the Canadian Grand Prix, but via penalties.
Oh man,
penalties, Ben is going to get him on penalties on his debut. Holy moly, 1/10. BK is probably gutted right now.
Yeah, if he didn't DC earlier.
Sean Boy rounded out the podium. That DC and the penalties caught up to him, unfortunately. Gru's going to round out P4 with JP5. Captain America's already finished P6. Black Hammer and Severe Scott are going to round out our field tonight. Cam, while... whoa! As Severe Scott retires, literally on track. Unfortunately, caught that. He retired. Yeah, he retired on the last lap.
Well, can you read off Schulz's name, like an exact spelling?
I
know the last three characters. I just need everything else.
Capital B, SCHULTZ _ 44. Unfortunately,
and then the smiley face or whatever it is, right? Whatever that little face.
BK smiley face thing, yeah.
Oh, come on! It's not. Let me see it. Hold on.
With that being said, final results are this: Ben takes pole on his debut. He takes the win on his debut in the Ferrari. BK is P2. Sean Boy rounds out the Haas podium P3. Gru's P4 with JP5. Captain America, another strong showing in that Aston Martin P6. Black Hammer P7.
It's not really letting me invite.
I don't think I said a T.
shows.
If I did, I don't think I said a T, but if I did, my bad. Black Hammer P7, Severe Scott P8, Red Mask P9, Raptors P10, Kano P11, and Ike rounding out the field. I said TZ at the end. I did. It's ULZ. ULZ. My apologies to that one.
Underscore 44 face.
Correct.
Ah, there we go.
So yeah, that has been Canada.
Boy, do you have
I'm trying to get there now. Give me 1 second. Ben is in the party. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you called it. I called that. Yes, I got one. I got that right.
I'm on the phone with.
Yes, we were.
I bet that you were on the phone with your mother. He said girlfriend.
Oh no, me and my mom rarely are on phone calls. It's usually by text.
So,
All right.
all right. With that being said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get BK and Gru, or not Gru. Wow, Gru. Sean Boy, rather.
You can start with our debut winner.
Yeah, well, since he's the only one here. Ben, making me sound like an absolute genius. Completely blew away the field in quali, and kind of got lucky there with BK's desync there. I'm assuming that's what it was, honestly. But the changing conditions. Tell me about your little battle with Captain America. I know he was holding you back there quite a bit.
Yeah, honestly, I think he probably had more pace than me. I went on a dry setup, which was obviously a mistake. Clearly it worked out from qualifying, but not so much in the race. Had to make me work a lot harder than I wanted to. But we got the job done, so that's all that matters, I guess.
Yeah, winning on your debut again, blowing the field away by 7/10. You actually, I don't know if you heard the EU3 pole time. It was a 1:10.6, so you had a 1:10.7. So you're on par with the EU3 time, which
That
ain't
good?
too bad.
Yeah,
And
I'm not used to these custom setups yet, so I'm still getting used to them a bit.
for those who are, for those in the chat and in the stream, Ben is my teammate in another league, and it uses preset setups. So when he says that, he's not used to custom setups. He's not
Gross.
used to custom setups.
Gotcha.
But Warren, you had Schulte winning. You had BK second, and you had Woodjay third. There's BK. Holy crap! I told you. But yeah, no, congratulations on your win on your debut. I'm
Thank
gonna
you very
move
much.
to thank you. I'm gonna move to BK for the first time in 2 seasons. I actually could talk to this man. Off the start, you had a great jump off the start there, sir. And I know you had some. I would assume it was desync issues that ultimately ending up costing your race. But tell me about your race and the changing conditions.
First of all, nice to hear your beautiful, sexy voice, Death Storm, and thanks for the comms, boys. I think we just both Seymour and I set up our car for the wet, so we were just kind of waiting for that to happen. So off the rip, I was lucky to get in front, and then at that point, it was just survive until the rain, and luckily it came. Unfortunately, got a little too many penalties for B. Schultz here. He's a little too quick, but I don't know. It was fun. Good race.
Yeah, no, and like that desync was just very ill-timed. It was actually a blessing in disguise that it happened under safety car, but what ended up happening to you is it sent you out an additional lap, and it pitted you later than it should have.
Yeah, I was like on my way into the pits, like about to press the limiter when it crashed. So I had no idea what was going to happen, and I came out and I was still on slick. So that was unfortunate, but it was still fun to rip from the back in the rain. Everybody else had dry setups, it looked like, so it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it definitely had dry setups, as Ben was saying before. But no, a second P2. You ended up getting the championship lead tonight because of the chaos that happened with Red Mask and Severe Scott. So congratulations on that, and congratulations on the second podium in as many races. Ben, or not Ben, Cam and Warren, do you have any questions, comments for our two podium?
No, I think you about wrapped it all up as pretty much anything I would have asked.
I had one. I didn't know if I saw you invite Sean Boy, but I don't know if he's actually gonna be able to get on. I did have a question about that switch. Was that something that was planned in advance, or that was, oh, we had an oversteer, let's switch now while we can?
It was like, oh shit, I'm beside you. I'm probably going to have to go ahead so we don't fuck each other up here. I wanted him to stay ahead. I had the 3-second penalty, so at that state, I figured if there was no more safety cars, I would just hold Schultz behind and try to get Seamboy the dub. He got his first podium tonight, so super proud of him, and I was trying to get him in here so he could, talk his ear off how happy he is, but, yeah, I was just trying to let him. He usually has a better pace than me in the wet, so I was letting him take care of it. And there's just a little moment there, so we had to do something quick.
Yeah, no.
Oh, well, there he is.
Oh, wow. All right, so I'm not done. I'll give him a second to get settled here. But no, that definitely, I called that switch. That should have probably happened sooner. If it did, you probably still would have won anyway or had the chance at it, because that last lap, Ben lost a good half second.
Yeah, I don't know. We should have pit when one of us should have pit when the safety car came out. But I had the penalty glitch too. I had no idea I had 6 seconds in penalties until about 2 laps to go. I was like, thought I had the gap, and then I looked up and I realized I had a 6-second penalty. It wasn't displaying any penalties or letting me know where I was getting warnings, so I was like, oh fuck. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
It's not just me.
That's 2 for the swear jar tonight in AM3. But no, congratulations yet again, and Sean Boy rounding out the Haas podium, double podium tonight. Excellent job by you.
First ever.
Oh, that's even better.
Shoals, I do have something for you once all this is wrapped up. So stay in the party.
But no, but Sean Boy, congratulations! Definitely first podium. If I had known that, I would have definitely made a bigger deal about it. Tell me about your race, and more particular, as Warren alluded to earlier, the switch.
Yeah, it was. It was a good time. First podium definitely feels pretty good. It's been a long time in the coming here, 2 years or so. But yeah, the switch, we were, just seconds before pit lane hit when we safety car come out. We had a quick little discussion, but decided to see what happens, I guess, and definitely may have not been the best decision to try and pit the second time around, but she ended up working out in the end.
I mean, yeah, definitely worked out in the end. If I'm not mistaken, you assumed the constructors lead as well.
Let's go. Let's go. Haas on top, baby.
Yeah, because Red Mask didn't score, and Witjay only got like 5 points or so, and you guys got double podium. So I'd have to do the math, but I'm pretty sure you are on top of constructors after 2.
Let's go.
But Cam, go ahead. Your question to Schulte.
Well, no, it's not a question. It's I'm just letting him know that he does have a seat for ACC now. If he still wants it, he can.
Awesome.
He can.
I'm excited for that.
You can drive the Aston Martin.
Okie dokie, sounds like a plan.
Oh,
Is that a triple Canadian podium at the Canadian GP too?
It
Hey,
is.
you got to show out, right?
Holy
Hey,
shit.
hold on, give me a second. Let me find it.
It is a
I
triple
just-
Canadian
I just
podium.
have to say something quickly. My tires at the beginning of that race, I heated them up on the formation lap. It said they were at like 80 degrees, and they went down to like 60 degrees somehow. So I'm not blaming that on my bad start, but it definitely did not help.
All right.
I found it. We'll
He's back.
He's doing it. Something we talked about in the chat or in the party.
Loud and proud, boys. True patriot love.
With
Have some
that,
respect. The anthem's playing.
Sad I know more of the American anthem than the Canadian anthem. I've been out of
With
school
the-
for too long.
with that being said, that's on him. I had nothing to do with that. Any closing remarks, you two?
Oh, nope, that'd be about it for me.
All right. With that being said, this is Deathstorm along with our podium this evening, Ben, BK, Sean Boy, and my 2 co-commentators, Cam Tizzle and E. Warren. Join us tomorrow for some more action. We have crossplay, and we have AM2 action on Tuesday, featuring yours truly and Mr. E. Warren and the rest of the bunch here at COS. So with that being said, good night here from Circuit Gilles Villeneuve.